Hi everybody, Backwoods Bob here. Over this past weekend I went to Walmart and I was looking around and I found these survival tips playing cards. So I bought them and I figured it'd be a good thing to share with everybody. I'm going to open it up and see what we got here. I usually carry like a deck of cards or something with me when I'm backpacking or camping and whatnot. And I think it's an often overlooked item in a lot of people's packs. Is something for entertainment, because if you're on a backpacking trip or something, or even camping, and you get 2 or 3 rainy days in a row, it's good to have some type of entertainment. And I figured these cards serve a dual purpose, because not only playing cards, but they have survival information on too. Let me read what's on the back here. It says, playing cards that are anything but ordinary. Each numbered card features a different survival tip, and each face card features different knots and how to create them. The deck also includes 2 Joker cards and 2 in case emergency cards that can be filled out and left with someone prior to your departure. Comes in a plastic case. The cards are supposedly water resistant and able to withstand wear and tear for long-term use. And it says it includes tips on navigation, fire starting, shelter building, and how to create different knots and much more. So let's dig in here and see what we got. Use my trusty Mora knife here, my new knife that I haven't really done much with yet. Alright, put that off to the side, put my knife back in here so I don't cut my finger off. Now, they come in a hard plastic case. If I can figure out how to open it, I'll be all set here. There we go. Really do this carefully. Well, if I can get the things open, we'll look at them. Well, they definitely don't come easy opening. There we go, I got it that time. Just was careful, I didn't want to cut the cards. There we go. Put that off to the side. Now let's see what we got here. Well, first things, it has 2 of these in case of emergency cards to fill out. This is always a good idea if you're on a hiking trip in particular. I know about once a year I go on a solo backpacking trip usually, and it's good to leave your information of where you're going to be and what you're doing with somebody in case something does happen. Alright, now how are these cards in order? Okay. So it says the face cards in this supposedly are all knots. Let's see, there's a Joker, another Joker. Yep, there's a King. Yeah, they're just in order. But yeah, all the, as you can see, it has information on different knots. I'm not going to read each individual card or anything. I'm just going to do a quick go through here. But yeah, it looks like there's, so that means there's quite a bit of knot tying on this if all the face cards have that. And then here's like a 10 of diamonds that says use nature as a mattress. It tells you how to improvise a mattress out in the woods. What other kind of stuff here? I'll read off a few, just the topics it has. Use a rock and loop to secure fabric. Shelter size matters. How to keep warm in the cold. Build a fire. Natural shelters. Debris huts. So maybe these are themed, like all these the diamonds here seem to be all like shelter themed. Poncho lean-to shelter. Be visible. I don't know if they are or not. A card on how to identify poison ivy. The Ace of Diamonds has the rule of threes, which is 3 minutes. You can survive 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without maintaining your body temperature, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. And of course, now we go into, so that's the diamonds. Now we got the spades here. Again, we got more knots on all the face cards. Knots are always a handy thing to have and to know, or if you don't know, to be able to have a reference like this. Tells you no rope, make string. Hydration is the key. Make a rucksack bag. Bring a modern means of communication. Well, most places I go, cell phones don't work too well. Making a wood spear. Common sources of water. Uses for paracord. Gear check. Your mind is your best survival tool. I couldn't agree with that more. Essential survival gear. And that's all the spades. Now we're going into what the hearts is here. That's a double fisherman, a bowline, figure 8. Carry a whistle. Avoiding injury. Communicate. Basically, I think that one's just telling you to make sure people know where you are if you go into the woods. Improvise. Animal encounters. I got a couple interesting stories on those. 3 of anything in the wilderness is a standard distress signal. Using a flint. Fire building. SOS. And even put the Morse code at the bottom. For long distance visibility, use a mirror. Okay. On to the clubs. We got more knots. These look pretty informative. Check your position. Something about navigation and map reading. Use a terrain for navigation. Prioritize. Use the stars to locate north. Water as a navigation aid. Use nature to help you determine your direction. No, I was talking about the sun. Position of the sun. If you're lost, maintain your sense of direction without a compass. If you are lost, and review your route ahead of time. So it looks like it's got a lot of useful information, especially the knots. The knots are really good. There's a lot of different knot cards, so it looks like it's a pretty good thing. I think it cost me, it was like $4 or $5 for the deck of cards. They seem like they'll be all right. Like I said, I like to carry things with me that are multi-purpose. They don't just have a single purpose, so these fit right in with stuff like I like to carry, because I get entertainment with playing cards, plus I have references for survival stuff, and then sometimes it's just good just to read through stuff like this and refresh your memory on things. So this is the and these were put out by UST. I believe they're from out of Jacksonville, Florida. Was the maker of these cards. I had seen similar cards to these long time ago, but I haven't really seen any in recent years. I haven't really looked for them, but I hadn't really seen any. So when I found these, I was like, hey, this would be a good thing to share with everybody. So there you have it. It's the UST Survival Tips playing cards. They are plastic coated. They're really heavy. They don't say they're waterproof, but they're water resistant. So Might have to do an update on these later on in the year after I take these out and use them a few times and get them wet and put them through the uses and see how they hold up. But for a couple dollars, hey, figure I can't go wrong. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Please subscribe, share. This is Backwoods Bob. Everybody have a great day.